What's up, guys? In today's video I'm going to be talking about 3 of the most controversial fragrances in my collection. So these are fragrances that get a lot of hate. A lot of people love them, a lot of people hate them. And I'm going to be telling you guys why people hate them, why people love them. And these are just 3 I have in my collection. I don't think I really have too many of them, at least that I'm aware of. But yeah, let's get started. The first one I'm going to start off with is going to be Roja's Burlington 1819. A lot of people say this fragrance smells like BO, smells like socks or, armpits and like body odor. I don't really get that too much. Maybe it's the tobacco that kind of, and it's like a weird tobacco that doesn't really, I don't know. It's like it's a familiar DNA, as in like that ginger forward kind of, not really vanilla, but like creamy scent with it, like the Tigar DNA. But there's a twist to this, and the twist is more of the tobacco to it. The tobacco note is not a normal tobacco note. I think this tobacco note, it seems like only Roja uses it, from at least the tobacco fragrances I've smelled. I haven't smelled a tobacco note like this, kind of different. Slightly kind of dusty, which is why some people would say it smells more like BO. Situation that happened to me that I've talked about before was my fiance got in my car. I went to go pick her up while she was at work to go get some lunch. She got in the car and she was like, "Did you fart?" I did not fart. She was smelling this fragrance. Keep in mind, she has complimented before, but I guess it was just her getting in the car. It smelled like a fart or something. So well, it's been a situation that, this got brought up. I have seen a lot of comments, like either like fragrance community places like, Fragrance Marketplace on Facebook, or at least like in comments and stuff, that a lot of people say that this fragrance smells like body odor, or just does not smell good. And pretty much like in Fragrantica, if you want to smell like an armpit or whatever, just buy this fragrance. So I still enjoy the fragrance. I don't really get that BO smell, but you might. Just be aware. But this is one of the most controversial scents in my collection. Next, this is another controversy. It's going to be Absolute Aventus by Creed. Now, why is it a controversial fragrance? It's gonna be because it's an expensive fragrance. I think people said that they're copying Sauvage Elixir. That's one. I kind of get it. They're like in the same family of like the darker scent, but not particularly like a really close copy. I don't really even think that they're redundant to each other. Let me go on spray. Just haven't sprayed in a while. The other thing is the limited edition, but then re-released. Then limited edition, re-released again. So I think it was like the first time this was like a limited edition. It was limited. It went out, but then you could still find it. And then the second time it was the Triple H batch. That seemed to be pretty limited because I don't think that's really around anymore. Now you could still pick this Aventus Absolute up. But I think now there is another version of it in the new bottle style that's coming out. I'm not too sure. I kind of saw a few things about it, but I haven't really read too much about it. But yeah, I guess there's like a third variant of this fragrance coming out. So it's the controversy is more with Creed not keeping their words to limited edition. Just because it comes off more as like you're trying to rush people to buy this fragrance, but then it's still available a few months later. So I can see why people get upset with it. I don't mind because it gave me time to purchase a bottle, just because I wasn't one of the first people that jumped at it. Like a lot of people paid the $500 price tag. I did not. I got it at a discount, or I got it in the old factory. If you are interested, I do have an affiliate link in the description down below. You might still be able to find it there for a pretty good price. That's where I got my bottle. But yeah, It could be because a lot of people rushed into the limited edition hype, jumped into it, then it comes out on discounters. So that's the somewhat of the controversy with Absolute Aventus. People, I guess, are tired of hearing the name Absolute Aventus just because of what I've been seeing and the reaction with the new batch or the new bottle style that's coming out with it. So I get it, but at the same time, I don't really care. I got the bottle. I enjoy it. It's a fragrance. I don't really care. And then, let me push this back. Last one. This one's just more like people just love to hate on this fragrance. This one divides the fragrance community for sure. It's going to be Ombre Nomad by Louis Vuitton. So, a lot of people have said this smells like burnt tires or like burning rubber. I don't get that smell. I don't know why I don't get that smell. A lot of I've smelled a lot of burning rubber. I've never correlated the two, so I'm not too sure what kind of rubber or like what kind of burning rubber they're talking about. When someone's talking about burning rubber, my mind goes to tires. Unless they're talking about something else, like a piece of rubber on fire, like a rubber band on fire or something. I have no idea. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and spray it now that now this is gonna linger around for the next 3 weeks. But it's a fragrance. When I smell even a clone of it, I love remembering how good this fragrance is. So the other day I was actually out and I smelled the DNA. Did I know it was not Ombre Nomad? I did know just because of how flat it was coming. You could tell the difference because I used to own Ombre by Maison Alhambra compared to this. Maison Alhambra's Ombre out in the air smelled a little bit more flat. So the person was wearing it. And keep in mind, I've smelled the original off of other people, so I kind of know what it's. I've smelled it off of other people. I know what it smells like out in the air. I know what the clone smells like out in the air because I used to own it. So this person was wearing the clone. Even though I knew it was a clone, I still thought it smelled great just because it's the DNA, and it's a DNA I love. I love the original, love the clone version I had, so no hate against the clone. I could just tell it was the clone. But yeah, I smelled it, thought it was great. But at the same time, he wore this, and it was about 70 something degrees that day. So, pretty bad choice, not gonna lie. But at the same time, I used to do the same thing. When I had the clone of Ombre Nomad, I was still living in Florida, and I was wearing it when it was like 90 degrees out. I didn't really care. So, and I wasn't really into like the seasonal. You wear this fragrance during the heat, during the winter you wear this one. I just loved how it smelled, and I just wore it all the time. Until I started getting more into it, and now I kind of divide it, even though that's not even a real thing. I think it's just something that YouTubers or just social media puts out there just to have something to talk about. Can you wear this in the summer? Absolutely, if you want to. No one's stopping you. No one's gonna be out and be like, oh, you should have not worn this fragrance. It's too hot out. You should have worn a fresh fragrance. No one's ever gonna do that to you. You kind of put that in your mind by yourself. But back to the controversy. Yeah, it's the smell of a lot of people saying this smells like burnt rubber, things like that, or like this is the most disgusting thing people have smelled in their life. But I absolutely love it. It's definitely the most polarizing scent. A lot of people love to hate on it. This is a fragrance I could see getting discontinued from Louis Vuitton, but at the same time, it's one of their staples. At least I think it's one of their staples. I think it's as close to being a staple for them as Imagination is. But again, it could also be because I love the fragrance that much. I'm not sure how the sales are doing for Louis Vuitton with this fragrance, but it's a really good fragrance to me. I know a lot of people love it when it's out in the air. A lot of people love it. Also a very, it's an oud rose scent, so it's very popular in like different cultures. So maybe it's a staple. It's maybe not the best fragrance to have here at Louis Vuitton in the U.S., but it might be doing great somewhere that they do use oud all the time and oud rose fragrances all the time. But yeah, these are the 3 fragrances I'm going to talk about. If you have any controversial scents that you want to talk about in the comments down below, definitely let me know. I don't really I don't pay too much attention to like the controversy or like too much of the hatred for fragrances. If I like something, I like something. If I don't like something, I don't like it. All of you guys have heard. If you haven't, I hate Nautica Voyage. And for a lot of people, Nautica Voyage is like the fragrance that they keep for a lifetime, which is, get a different hobby. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys. Let me know what you guys think about this video. I think that's all I have for controversial fragrances. I don't think I have too many controversial fragrances. The only reason I say that is because I kind of keep my fragrances safe for work since I work a lot. I want to wear all my fragrances, so they're all pretty safe for work. Are there a few that are out there? Sure. Maybe the most being Ombre Nomad. But I could still wear it to work. Maybe 1 or 2 sprays and I'll be okay. Well, 1 spray. With 1 spray, I'll be okay. 2 sprays, I'm choking somebody out. I don't think I have anything else that will be that bad or controversial or really hard to wear at work. Looking at my collection now, I can't really see anything. But yeah, maybe, I don't know. There might be something else that I don't think it is, but someone else, or you guys might say like, oh, you had this, maybe Elysium. Like you have Elysium. A lot of people hated Elysium for this reason, which I have no idea. When Elysium was popular, I had Imperium, so I didn't really like Imperium, the clone of it. My fiance really loved it, so I ended up getting Elysium just because of how much he loved Imperium on me. So, that's Elysium is one that I picked up more for her, just because she enjoyed smelling it. But I ended up enjoying the real thing better than the clone. Could be the same thing for a few other fragrances in here. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys. Please leave a like and subscribe. Leave your controversial scents down in the comments below, and I will see you guys on the next one. Have a good one, guys.